Season still plenty to play for here as we're underway. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on second down, McDonald. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back. Usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week. And he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
47-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down, McDonald. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
on first down. McDonald. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's McDonald. And double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
2nd and 6. Throw there, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Ball carrier.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, McDonald. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders now to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Gain of 26 yards. And the Falcon first down.
They'll look to throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to launch it for Washington. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start with the option. And he stopped immediately there.
Number 29.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
Here's McDonald to throw. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. To throw on 3rd down. McDonald, and he's got Miller. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
This is similar to baseball where you want the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, McDonald escaping the pressure right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
You're stuck with me. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, McDonald. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Scotty Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings 21. Falcons
now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. That's caught up in the middle by Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw again. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
4-yard line.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Second down and inches. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
To throw on second down, McDonald. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10.
First and goal, Atlanta.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
On the carry.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Number 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
At the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up
from the gun on 3rd down. McDonald. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Number 17.
A big-time play there for the Falcons. 56 yards. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
The score, Vikings 24, Falcons 21. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he will lose yardage on the play back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. McDonald. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown,
A big play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Now makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good pick up there at 22.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, McDonald. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. That is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 50. Yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Vikings 24.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on first down. McDonald. That'll be complete to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Dalvin Cook. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 40.
Play action. It's McDonald. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
To throw again. McDonald. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
For Dalvin Cook.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, McDonald airing it out deep for Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Gosh, you add
and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald, quick slant to Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. The quarterback will keep it himself. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Falcons 35. Vikings 30.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And over the setup shot at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting the wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Marquise Brown with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Cook, they'll try and run it. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Score, Vikings, 36. Falcons.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Back at our own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Vikings 36.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Back at the 24-yard line.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They go play action with McDonald. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
43.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish style.